this is Doxy Mom, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so already, I greatly appreciate if you hit that little red subscribe button. You can ring the bell for notifications, and if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. Well, I have got a sleepy Miss Valentine, but we're going to bring you the news in 15 minutes or less. So let's get started. Now, WRAL.com is reporting that North Carolina's Lieutenant Governor, Dan Forest, plans to sue Governor Roy Cooper over alleged violations of the State Emergency Management Act during the coronavirus pandemic. Forest says that the governor has repeatedly ignored the law, enacting mandates that selectively target the businesses and citizens of North Carolina without concurrence from a majority of the Council of State. Now, Republicans hold a 6-4 majority on the council, and Forest and other Republican members, well, they've openly questioned many of Cooper's shutdown orders. Well, good for Lieutenant Dan Forest. We need somebody to fight for us here in North Carolina against this tyrant of a governor. And guys, we just all need to pray that he will win his lawsuit, and we also need to pray that he beats out Roy Cooper in November and Forest becomes our new governor, because we certainly need one. Now, here's a tweet from our wonderful president that says, "This is treason, sedition, insurrection. When Black Lives Matter leader states, if the U.S. doesn't give us what we want, then we will burn down this system and replace it," in tweet. Now, guys, if you don't believe that we're in a war, well, this right here should open your eyes, because this Black Lives Matter, it's a terrorist organization, and it should be named as such. And the leader, well, he needs to be locked up because he is threatening the United States of America. This is horrible. Plus, guys, we've got to start standing up. We've got to start speaking out. We cannot stay silent anymore, because when you give liberals an inch, they take 5 miles. And if you don't believe me, just look at CHOP or Chaz or whatever they're calling it these days. This madness that's going on in Seattle and other areas where they're burning the American flag. I mean, what's wrong with these people? And they're trying to put up more autonomous zones. Now, one of my wonderful subscribers, Frances Roden, she commented that she's sick and tired of hearing about this madness every day, and she knows that I'm sick and tired of talking about it. And guys, she's absolutely right. You are right. However, I hate to have to tell y'all this, but you know what? This is going to last till the election, and then maybe even a little after the election, unless they arrest George Soros and others who fund Antifa and Black Lives Matter, and arrest these terrorists causing all this damage to our country. So, I am not giving them an inch. I am not wearing a mask, even though Governor Cooper has required us to wear one. Sorry, Cooper, you don't have the right to muzzle me, because I saw you walk in the streets with the protesters arm in arm without a mask. And I know of at least one county where the sheriff posted on Facebook that they would not be enforcing the mask wearing because he says it's unconstitutional and unenforceable. So that is wonderful news. I've also talked with others who say their law enforcement people feel the same way. Plus, I talked to 2 doctors on Friday that both say that this is a virus, and heat and humidity kill viruses. And guys, so I don't know why they keep saying that the numbers are going up. All I can tell you is they're lying to you. Just go check out your hospitals. See how many people with the COVID are in there right now. And guys, if you don't feel well, then just stay home, because I don't know how many of you remember, but The Who stated, and I'll link it in a Gateway Pundit article, there's a video where this woman, she's talking, and she says it is extremely rare for an asymptomatic person to spread the virus. But you probably didn't hear that from the mainstream media. Oh no, that would ruin their narrative because they want everyone too scared to walk into a polling station in November and vote. That's the bottom line, guys. That's it. Because Boxer Dad found a Facebook post that sums it all up. 34 people died in Chicago this week from COVID-related gunshot wounds. They will be voting by mail. End tweet or post. Now Katie J, she tweeted this out. Breaking, according to a recent California court brief, over 20,000 people dead. Over 20,000 dead registered voters could be receiving mail-in ballots for the 2020 election. Mail-in voter fraud exists in tweet. So, there you go. Moving on. Now, Breitbart, they're reporting that the Interior Secretary David Bernhardt told Fox News that the destruction of government property in a deliberate manner is a crime that carries with it a very severe and significant penalty. He says they will arrest people and they're asking the Department of Justice to prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. So guys, this is excellent news. These anarchists who hate America have no right to vandalize and tear down our statues. So please, law enforcement officials, arrest these criminals and throw the book at them. Now, Secretary Bernhardt says we are providing our great law enforcement professionals with all the tools that they are asking for to ensure that they can do their jobs to protect these resources for the American public. And we will continue to provide them the manpower, such as the National Guard, and the materials necessary to effectively do their job. Well, thank you, Secretary Bernhardt. And I'll leave a link. Now, if you want to know how the deep state works, then listen to this next story from the Gateway Pundit entitled Exclusive Police Source. Woman who framed former Missouri Governor Eric Greitens guilty of perjury, bribed with cash payment. And what a sordid deep state operation this is. And I'm going to do my best to explain what happened. Now, Missouri Governor Eric Greitens, he's a white hat, y'all. He was accused by a 37-year-old hairdresser named Kitty Sneed of taking a nude photo of Kitty without her consent and threatening Kitty to use the photo for blackmail. Now, Kitty lied. She made the whole story up. But she had help because she had met with the George Soros-funded prosecutor, attorney Kim Gardner. And attorney Gardner charged Governor Eric with felony invasion of privacy in February of 2018. Now, Governor Eric denied the allegations, and of course, Attorney Kim never produced any evidence, and during the trial, a forensic examiner extracted data from Governor Eric's phone and email, and you know what? They couldn't find where a nude photo, of Kitty was ever taken or deleted by Governor Eric, then Attorney Kim withdrew her indictment of Governor Eric when the judge ordered that Attorney Kim herself would have to testify in the case. Now, important evidence has surfaced, allegedly proving that Kitty repeatedly perjured herself in a bid to frame the former Governor Eric, and additional evidence is mounting that Kitty conspired with George Soros-backed Attorney Kim to conceal prosecutorial misconduct. So, Soros set all this up, and $120,000 in cash was delivered to Kitty's ex-husband's attorney. Like I said, Soros funded this because Governor Eric was forced to resign, and Governor Eric said this: "It's clear that a Soros prosecutor and establishment insiders like a dirty FBI player and others were desperate to overturn the 2016 election. We knew national liberals and insiders were coming after us. Now, it's good that the whole world is beginning to see the truth. The best thing I and conservatives can do is to continue to fight, continue to serve, and continue to make a difference. Now, Mike Parson, the lieutenant governor who replaced Governor Eric, well, he hasn't been any help with his hands-off approach to violence, arson, where rioters have burned down dozens of businesses, looting, murder, and shooting of multiple police officers in Missouri. So, by setting up this elaborate plan to get a white hat who would stand up to these terrorists, to get him out and get a deep state player in so chaos and destruction can continue to reign in Missouri. So, can you see how dirty they play? And this makes God very angry, because the 9th commandment says, "You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor." And I'll leave a link, and I'm going to leave you with Ephesians chapter 4, verses 25 through 27 that says, "Therefore, each of you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbor, for we are all members of one body. In your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry, and do not give the devil a foothold." Well, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, this is Doxy Mom, and God bless you all.